Hello, everybody. This is Duncan to the DM, starting our session of Kids on Bikes for Hillbrook, Colorado. We have our cast with us today, and we'll be starting shortly. We'll start with a recap of what happened in last session. And who would like to do that?
Kanewood, he rolled the lowest.
I don't have any notes, so I may not be the one to do it.
All right, does someone else want to volunteer?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
As the court stenographer. So last time the session before, we had all decided that after church we would go and hang out to try and find more information. We met at my library at the Benson Manor, and we found out that the Prospector, well, first of all, we had some theories. We throw some theories around that I was the Prospector and that the Cougar was possibly Mrs. Petersen, who was a socialite played by Sigourney Weaver from the Historical Preservation Society. We threw around a bunch of accusations that maybe she was a mummy or a wendigo or a vampire or a witch or a werewolf or a, what's this one, a Bigfoot or a skinwalker or a were-cougar. But ultimately, we know that whatever this cougar is, they need to drain the life force from the Prospector. We then decided that we needed to go to Tessa's house because our dad invited us to hot dogs and slip and slides, cookouts and water slides, I think was the name of the episode.
Cookouts and stakeouts.
While the rest of the guys were heading towards Tessa's, I went to my sister's to grab a silver mirror, which did nothing, by the way. It was pointless. But as they were leaving, Tess spied a book written by H.A. Powell about the life of the Prospector. We found out, I can go into detail about everything that we found out about the Prospector, but basically just skipping ahead. We went to the Cougar's house, or she had penthouse. I went up, and the rest of the guys tried to come in after me. And I put the moves on the lady, and she was not digging my vibe. And so I went away sadly.
Yeah, you handed her the silver mirror.
Yeah, it did nothing.
You saw her reflection.
I took off my shirt and showed her my abs, and she was just not feeling it. She saw her reflection. She didn't burn.
I even attempted to spill water on her. That didn't work, so she's not a witch. I don't know.
Or at least she's not the kind from the Wizard of Oz. And so as we were deciding to go ahead and leave the penthouse and, tuck tails and run, a guy that graduated a year before me went up to the penthouse to see Miss Petersen. And everybody told me that I should go back and say that I left my inhaler or something so I can figure out why he's going up there. And the session ended with me pressing my ear up against the door.
Sounds good.
And I got all the notes about what she read in the book too. I figure for the sake of brevity, we could save that for some other time.
You're good.
I think you're muted, homie.
I certainly was. So we will start with the image of Trent, Tate. There you go.
Tate.
That's the name.
Whoa.
Tate the Great.
You went through all the grandkids, Grandma.
With Tate pressing his ear up against the door, listening to what he hears. Go ahead and make me a. Go ahead and make me a grit check. Let's see. Let me go somewhere else really quickly. Let me see my skill chart. Perception. Go ahead and roll brains.
Okay. Totally.
Brains.
Just 1 second. Oh, no. I left my character sheet, so I got to go back to the When Our Session 0 page. Oh, there it is.
You have a D4 for brains, apparently.
Here.
I got a 3. What was the target?
The target is going to be 5.
I have no adversity tokens whatsoever.
Okay. You put your ear up to the door and you start to listen, and everything is too muffled for you to make out.
You know what you gotta do, buddy. I say from downstairs.
Okay.
Or outside, actually. We got kicked out of the lobby.
I'm deceitful and I'm self-centered. I want to knock on the door and hide in a way to where I can see her come to the door if she does, before I just bust in.
Okay. So you knock on the door.
No, I do like the kind of beating, like not like a light subtle. I just want to like pound for a second.
You pound on the door. Okay. And then trying to look through the reverse peephole. Go ahead and let's see. Kind of looking through the reverse peephole, you can see you see that you can't make out great detail, but it appears that a man is coming towards the door. The man you assume is in there is Kenneth Clements.
Yes, I took notes on him.
Who's the tight end for the football team when you were there freshman year.
So they didn't come to the
I
door.
thought for some reason his name was Ethan.
Oh, just kidding. Ethan. Oh, Ethan Burgess.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong
Asked
name.
him as Colson Baker, aka Machine Gun Kelly, for some reason.
Okay. Yep.
So, you
Ethan
know, if
Burgess.
they do come to the door, you know, you can hide behind the corner and use your mirror to like look around the corner.
Yes, I want to do that.
Okay. So you go ahead and make me a flight roll.
Okay, I have a D8.
Because the hallway does not have any hiding spots, it is going to be a 6.
Got a 1.
Well, that's 2 adversity tokens you got now,
Oh,
Now
yeah.
you have 2 adversary tokens.
but that's might not be enough. But at least write those down so you don't forget. I'm at
So-
0.
After banging on the door and running around the corner, you see Ethan step out, look down the hallway, and he looks over and sees the mirror coming from around the corner and proceeds to head down towards you. You see him in his shirt is off. He only has pants on right now, no shoes, and he is coming towards you.
Does he see the mirror?
He saw the mirror.
What are you gonna do, man?
Hey, does he come and confront me?
He is approaching you, and he does not look too happy.
Okay,
Are you gonna
I
do
just
something
wait
before
till he
he
gets there. No, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. He is going to come up and slug you.
Oh wait, okay. Well, that's fair. I misunderstood. I thought. Okay, I misunderstood the situation.
Charming.
I thought he was just coming towards me to see what was going on. I didn't realize he was going to punch me.
He is upset with the situation.
Okay.
So for fight, you can choose if you want to fight him back, you would roll your fight. If you want to take it, you would roll your grit. If you want to run, you'd use your flight.
Yeah, I'll do fight back, I guess. I got a
Okay.
D12 in that +1. I got a 7.
He got a 10. So let me find.
Oh wait, 7 + 1,
8.
which is 8, and then I have 2 adversity tokens, so we can even out.
So you can tie.
10-10.
Yeah,
You punch each other's fists.
yeah, I'll tie that.
Okay.
Make an explosion light sound.
It's like when Iron
okay.
Man hits Captain America's shield. Just boof. Or Thor, I guess that was who did that.
So with it being even, the defender narrative control goes to the defender of the outcome, but both people are basically uninjured as there's no significant strikes landed. So go ahead and narrate what happens as he comes at you swinging.
So I basically want to, as he goes to swing at me, I want to just kind of wave his arm out of the way, like throw his arm as he's doing it. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you guys like, what the heck?
What the heck? That's what I'm gonna ask you. What the heck, man? Why are you knocking on her door?
I left my inhaler in there.
Why were you there?
I went by earlier because I'm trying to get into the Historical Preservation Society, okay?
That's for women. I don't buy that crap. What were you doing there?
You can ask her. She said that I'm supposed to take over after my mom gets done.
After your mom gets done.
Well, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
You're taking advantage of an old lady. I could call the cops on you.
That's not taking advantage. She knows she knows what she's getting.
Apparently, she doesn't realize what she could have got. Can I just go get the inhaler, please, and then I'll be out of your way?
No,
you can continue canoodling.
Go ahead and try to roll a charm, but it will be difficult. It's gonna be a 12.
Are you sure you're not having trouble breathing?
That's a 19.
Okay, so fine. I'll escort you. Go get your inhaler and then get lost.
Well, can you put a shirt on while I'm here, please?
He walks you inside, and after he steps inside, he grabs one of the robes that's on the door and kind of covers up his chest.
Okay, is Miss Petersen in the front room? Is she alerted by any of this?
She's in the back room, or you don't see her.
Okay, so guys, I don't have an inhaler, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do in here.
Just go into the bathroom so you guys can piss while you're in there.
No.
You're supposed to go in the bathroom and
I go to the
way out, stash that radio somewhere.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I go to the bathroom and I just wait for a few minutes and I do a little grunt to kind of make it believable, oh. But I'm not supposed to be going to the bathroom. Never mind.
You're not.
No. I'm out of it. So
I need my inhaler, but I'm going to drop the deuce while I'm here.
I flushed and I spray the air freshener. I'm like, so my inhaler.
You guys will beat the shit out of people and then go
You
take
don't have
a
to
shit.
show him. Just tell him you got it.
I told him
Stash that radio.
I got my inhaler. I'm going to leave now. As I leave, I go to fall, and I try to make it to where I drop the radio behind the door where he can't see. I fall, and he can't see me put the radio behind the door. Do I need to roll for that?
Behind the door?
Yeah.
I'm not saying the bathroom door. I'm just by the door, whatever the door that I need to get this to.
Dude, okay,
Under the couch, bro.
you had so many options. You didn't find your inhaler in the bathroom, so you had to go take the couch cushions where you with the walking
Go
right
ahead.
Are you sure Tate's not?
Oh, but they're in the bathroom. Not in the bathroom, but they're in their bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get to where we can hear what's going on inside the bedroom.
Go ahead and roll a flight to see if you can hide the.
Listen, next time you guys can sneak into the Cougar's house, okay?
We weren't.
I got a 3.
You play with Walsey and then tosses the radio across.
The difficulty is going to be 8. So
Where's the radio now?
You fall down and you place the radio, and you think it's in a great spot, and you get up to head out. Are you going to have any other actions with Ethan before you leave?
I turn to look at him and I say, just like as we're at the door, as he's fixing to close the door, I mean, like, why you, man? I mean, look at me. And I hold up my shirt. I've got abs. I've got abs.
Well, this might be one of the times your last name impedes you
Oh,
as he closes the door.
I hope you get syphilis. Okay, bye. Yeah,
Okay.
I just leave.
Okay. Downstairs, out by the away from the building, we see the other three listening intently on their walkie-talkie, hearing Tate get kicked out again. And shortly after Tate leaves, you hear the sounds of the walkie-talkie getting picked up, and you hear Andrew's voice, "That perv," and you hear a crash, and the radio shuts off.
well, so much for King Tate.
Oh, for not.
When I get downstairs, I don't talk to them. I just get on my bike and I go home.
Okay. Tate walks up to you guys as you're standing near your bikes.
I just walk through them.
Okay.
I bump into them. I just move like I'm just going home.
All right. He gets on his bike and starts to leave. What do the rest of you do?
I don't know. What are we doing, guys? Because apparently that plan failed. Seems like
Tate?
he admits defeat. Should we follow him? We got our bikes.
Who has the book?
I do.
So maybe we're wrong. I don't know. We'll never know since the walkie-talkie idea failed.
I think. Well, I would say we should tell Tate to go to the library with us, but he can't read anyways, so we can just,
What's closest to us? So we
check
just
out the
need a place.
library and catch
Why
up with him later.
Why don't we go? Why don't we all go to my treehouse and Tess reads the book to us and we brainstorm so we can figure out if we missed something. It's a good place to hide out. It's close to your house. My parents shouldn't bother us.
Well, we were kind of wanting to look into the Prospector's wife, his second one that just appeared out of nowhere. See if we can find out about her death and all of that.
Oh, right. So wanted to look up information on that name on something, some
Microfilm.
I don't know what that stuff is, but I'm sure it's at the library. A lot of words involved.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the library. We'll let Tate cool off for a while.
Yeah, let him.
Yeah, because he got so hot and bothered.
He needs to be alone. He needs a cold shower. He needs to stew in his defeat, and maybe he'll hit us up later.
All right. So you see Tate pedal off, heading back as the other three hop on their bikes and head over to the Hillbrook Library.
Yeah.
While he's pedaling off, I just kind of hollered out, "Hey, we're going to the library. If you want to come over there later, just so he knows we're going."
Okay.
I flip them off. If I can hear them, I flip them off.
I want to throw Back in Black on my tape deck as we cruise to the library.
Okay. You three head over to the library. It's not a large library, but it's what the city has or what the town has. It has a spot for your bikes or a bike rack up front for you to park your bikes, and the stairs leading up. As you enter it, it just has a very generic sign, Hillbrook Public Library. Has kind of 4 or 5 doors up front with the glass window doors to go through. As you enter, the library desk the librarian's desk is right up front. Next to it is all the drawers with the Dewey Decimal System there to find what you're looking for. And there's a big wide area with about 6 tables. You see only one of them is filled right now. And then there's a whole bunch of shelves along the back wall with different books.
Okay, so we want to check out like microfilm and see if we can find anything like any newspaper articles and stuff about the prospector's wife's death after his.
Is a librarian at the desk?
You see her at, yep, she's at the desk.
Okay, I want to ask her, where we can find microfilm. We're going to research a paper about the history of the town and just kind of see if she can point us in the right direction.
All right. As you approach, you see the librarian there. She's probably in her mid-30s. She has a name tag, Connie. And she's like, oh, microfiche, we have that in the back corner with the dark room where you can look to read it at. I'm sorry, what was the topic you were trying to research?
It's
like the founding of our town. We know when the prospector died, but what about the rest of us?
Oh, okay. Well, that'll definitely be in the historical section. If you go back there, it'll be typically those are going to be on the right hand side, and then there'll be a book in there to kind of look for the articles. If you need help with it, I can come back there and help you.
We'll see if we can figure it out.
So
Okay.
who's in here besides the librarian?
You see Connie, the librarian. You see two other kids from your school.
From my school or high school?
From high school. Stevie Gregory. He is kind of a short, nerdy kid, and his buddy Mitchell Wallace. They were both sitting over the table. You see they have about 4 or 5 books in front of them.
Are either one of those kids one of the kids that did the car wash thing?
No, they're not.
Okay, 'cause those kids were my age and these kids are older.
Yep. They go to high school. Tess knows of them, but not knows them. She's seen them around school, but they definitely don't stand out for any good reason.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna go straight back to the microfilm because I'm on a mission.
Yeah, I want to help her see if we can find something.
Okay. You guys head to the back room, to the dark room, where they store all the microfiche, and you see a book where it kind of gives a guide of how to use it. Go ahead and make a brains roll. It'd be difficulty 8 to see if you're able to find it.
Hey,
Guess he doesn't need any help.
All right. Yep. You look through, and with the guide there, you're able to find the microfiche for the times. It has the Hillbrook Gazette from way back when, and it has a article talking about Dolores Copperpot. She died about 10 years after Chester died. She died of old age. She left her 2 kids, and there was a large service for her. There's a large service for her body, and she was buried in the funeral next to Chester, or in the
Graveyard.
graveyard next to cemetery. There you go, next to Chester.
How many years did she die after?
10.
And you said
Okay,
she left 2 sons? I'm sorry.
She left 2 kids, a boy and a girl. One was Alan Chesterpot and Grace Chesterpot. Or Copperpot.
Okay.
So, what do you remember in that book? What was the name of the wasn't there a previous wife?
Yeah, we can look up the previous wife, see if
was-
anything ever happened with her.
That was different. What was her name? You have the book. You should look it up.
So I'll go ahead and sit down and open up the book to see if there's anything else that stands out that we should be looking at, including like his first wife that just disappeared.
The first wife was named Bekwa, who is the Indian wife that he had. Like I said, in there you found that.
Are there any pictures of her?
There is not. You don't see any pictures of her in there. As you've, because you were kind of skimming through the book previously, as you kind of spend more time going through the book, near the back of it, it mentions, sorry, let me change pages. In the back, it has a section of kind of unconfirmed rumors of Chester Copperpot. In the back, it says, in the town, it was widely believed that Chester killed his wife. It was investigated by the local law enforcement, but no evidence was ever found. It also states that they believe, or at the time that Bekwa, who was the wife, disappeared, that she was pregnant, and her body and the body of the unborn child was never found either.
Okay, so
So can we look at the microfilm to find a picture of his wife, like his first wife? Are there
Is there any?
or
Yeah, is there
anything,
anything we can find out?
anything
Yeah.
at all.
Newspaper clippings or
So
anything?
I'm assuming that Tess is in front, and now I'm hanging over her shoulder, like, wait, what's this?
This just got interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I know something. Maybe.
You're able to find a picture of Dolores, with Chester, Dolores, and then their two kids. At the time the picture was taken, their kids were 3 and 5, but they're kind of just posing outside of the out front of one of the buildings in town.
But we want to look
Okay.
up.
Yeah, we want to. Exactly. Are there any pictures that we can find of Rebecca outside of the book, like in any old newspaper articles or any pictures or anything?
Yeah, even if it's not a
any
picture, it's like
information
an
at
article or
Go ahead.
public record knowledge that might have, we might be able to track her down.
Go ahead and make a brains roll. It'll be difficulty 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
You're not the only one there, so let's see. Okay, I got an 18.
Okay.
I have some adversity tokens if it'll help.
So you got an 18, or you got 18 with a difficulty of 16, so you would succeed, but just barely. If you'd like to use your adversity tokens, you can increase the success.
Yeah, I have 2 adversity tokens. I'll add them to it.
Okay.
That might be enough.
Okay. So going to 22 versus 16. You are able to look through the microfilm, and you find a picture of Bekwa. It is one of the initial meetings of the Hillbrook Historical Society. You see a picture, and she, because of the time, she is at least 5 feet away from kind of any other member. But you see her kind of set off to the side, and there's about 8 other ladies who are in the picture. As it says, the inaugural meeting of the Hillbrook Historical Society.
Are there any other figures that might look familiar to us in the photo?
And does Rebecca look familiar to us?
Yeah.
Becca does not look familiar to you, and none of the others would look familiar to you.
Does it have their names?
Well,
It has their names. I can get them to you.
Tate.
okay, so
Write
we
some notes
did
down.
just learn one good thing, and that is that Abekwa was part of the
Right, we learned a
Historical
thing. Maybe
Preservation
I'll write down.
Society.
The other thing in there it has is that Ibekwa was part of the Cheyenne tribe.
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Okay.
So what are the other people in the pictures' names?
Hold on, let me grab some. Laureen Rubio,
Maureen Rubio,
Whitney Olson,
Whitney Olson,
Franklin Potts,
Potts, not Copper
Yep.
Pot.
not Copper Potts, Rose Friedman.
Friedman.
Yep.
All right. Any more?
What was the Olsen person's first name?
Bernice Pitts. Whitney is the first name of the Olson.
Okay.
Bernice Pitts was number 5.
Rosa Singleton.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Rosa Singleton. So there's 6 of them, 7 with Mbekwa.
Bessie Knotts is 7, and then 8 with Ibekwa.
Let's see. Knots. Okay, I got a question. Nationalities, we got an Indian lady. What about the other ones?
7 white ladies.
Hmm?
7 white ladies.
7 white ladies and the one Indian lady disappeared. Okay. Interesting. Things are going in JD's brain, but he can't make them to words. So I got an idea.
Maybe we should try to ask Tate's mom about the history of the Historical Preservation Society. Maybe they could know something about it.
Sure. Do we have any tribes nearby?
Do we want
Where do tribes live? What's that called?
Reservation.
Yeah, but I was in character, so I was expecting something else.
There is a native reservation probably about 20 miles away from here. There are Native Americans who also live in the town, and so for different people you can try to talk to.
Okay, now the only thing is this a lead worth following? So can we look at the book some more and see if there's anything else that stands out besides just Ibekwa's disappearance?
Well, I thought we were still looking at the microfiche. Is that picture the only thing we found that has anything to do with Mbekwa?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Go ahead and roll your brains.
Yeah, stop with the brains.
Did you guys notice
8.
Tess finally did something?
I got a 10.
Okay. So with your historical knowledge, you'd know that kind of putting things together of seeing how she was kind of distanced from everybody else, and what you've heard of she was not accepted by the society, that there was not many articles about her because of her nationality or because of her stature.
Racist.
Was she in the society though? She's
in the picture, man. She had to have been part of it at one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know how white ladies are, especially old white ladies.
Are all these ladies that are in the picture with her? I know I'm not there, but just for my notes.
Sure.
Are they all old ladies, or are they about her age?
They, because people didn't live as long back then. Probably 4 of them probably look like they're in their 50s. And then the other three besides Ibekwa are about the same age, about their late 20s, early
Ooh, I got a
30s.
question. What date was this picture? Does it have a date?
It does not have a date. Well, actually, I don't have a date for it, but let me find.
It would have been in the 1800s.
Right.
Yeah.
18 something. I'm just curious. I wanted to write it down.
It was a year. Because I don't think I've given any years. I don't see it in my notes yet.
It was before he got with the other lady.
Yeah. So I will say it is 1 year before, 1 year before her disappearance.
All right.
Okay, so my biggest thing is that like we're all looking at this because of a vision. Because we were talking about the prospector. And so now we know that the prospector probably killed his wife. But like, what does it have to do with a cougar?
Well, I also have a random theory. If she didn't die, she had a kid. Who was that? And who is related to that kid now? Because that kid would be, I don't know, probably not alive anymore, but that kid's kid might be alive.
Yeah, there's
still.
definitely like probably still like some family lineage.
And there's someone that's at least a little bit Indian related to that person.
Maybe that could be something. Maybe that could be who the prospector is.
Could be. So if we could figure out if she's alive and had a kid and who her kids, who is her grandkids, that's if we could figure that out. That could be an idea.
So we need to look for some like Cheyenne Native Americans then.
Right.
So like, how do we find those? Like, it seems kind of racist just to like go up to every Indian person and be like, "Hey, are you like Cheyenne?"
Well, if we find the oldest male or oldest female we can find, and we bring up Mbekwa, we could probably read their facial expressions to see if that startles them, and then maybe we would figure out if they know something. Oh wow, I had a real smart moment there for a second, guy. Oh my head.
Everybody knows it's okay to be racist as long as it's for somebody's benefit.
Oh, head. Oh. JD's brain not works so well.
At the middle school, the social studies teacher is Cheyenne, and she, excuse me, she's married to or she is Cheyenne, but she is married out of her tribe. So you guys just know her as it's a good last name. Where'd my name thing go? As Miss Lawrence.
So the fact that she's Cheyenne is not something we'd be privy to.
The people in middle school would know that she is of the Cheyenne tribe. She wears stuff for it, so she's so proud of it. She just married somebody who was not part of it.
Okay, well, Mikey or
so they didn't disavow her or anything. She's just got a different
Mikey
life.
probably has a connection. I probably suck at social studies. Mikey's probably got an A.
Yeah. So we'll talk to her next time we're at school, which I guess would be tomorrow because today's Sunday, right?
Right.
Why can't we just like still go talk to her at her house?
Well, it is getting near the end of the day with all of your riding around and time spent researching in the library.
Anybody think of anything else that we may want to look up while we're here? Anything in the prospector we might want to look up?
Well, could we figure out from this information if Tate's actually related? Because it said we had a little bit of a family tree in there. It was a
In
rumor.
going through the microfilm, you're not able to get that information.
So I think we're probably done here, guys.
So it looks like our main leads right now are Miss Lawrence, the social studies teacher at middle school, and we have the historical society. Seems like it's a pretty big lead, but I'm not entirely sure that we should let them know that we are researching this, because they may have the information we need, and if they know we're looking for it, they may try to hide information or not share what they have with us. I don't know. I
Random
don't know if
idea,
they want to
DM. I
cooperate
don't know.
considering what happened with Bequa.
I don't know if you give me this information or not, or if I have to roll for it. The rumors about the crazy lady with the lawn stuff.
Mhm.
What nationality is she?
She's Caucasian.
Like fully, not a little bit or something.
She appears Caucasian.
Is she
That
committed to
was
being
not.
Caucasian, or is
See,
it
that
just
was not
Sunshine
enough.
on
Sure.
Great granddaughter in Bequa. No,
Could I sell you to be a Latino? Like, come on.
All right, guys, this is a lot of work. I think we got school in the morning. Wow, I'm saying this. God, this stuff is boring. Jeez.
Yeah, I think it's
So
kind
tomorrow, I'll talk to Miss Lawrence tomorrow. What's our plan for the society? I guess we probably need to get back with Tate and let him know the information that we found, and see maybe if we can use his connections to come up with an idea there.
Why don't Mikey? Why don't you talk to the teacher tomorrow at school, and then we go meet at Tate's after school.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else at the library?
No, I think we pretty
Right
much.
before we get ready to leave, I pull out Ozzy and I just set him on Tessa's shoulder.
Is that the rat?
That's the rat.
He's like sniffing your ear.
Roll a grit track.
Get it off of me before I slap it off of me. Right
All right. I
now.
take him back. Put him back in my pocket.
That was me being nice.
All right. So we see the three riding home from the library, heading back to their homes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna
the sun
stop by
starting to set?
Tate. I'm gonna, on the way home, I'm gonna stop by Tate and just like see if he's at all responsive.
Okay.
I've got to go across town and go back home over there, and I've got to work in the morning before school for the paper route, so I've got to go to bed pretty soon.
Yep. All right. So you see JD head home. Yep. And Mikey. We see Mikey head home. JD he goes back to his house?
Yep.
Okay. Tate, you left earlier. You got home. Your mother was still not back. Skyla is over at her house. You see her car out front, and Mr. Van Smoot greets you at the door. Welcome back. How was your day?
It was not fun, Smooty. Not fun at all.
What happened?
Smooty, have you ever put yourself out there and you didn't just swing and miss. You swung with all your might and you nosedived off the side of a cliff?
Well, everyone's done that at least once in their life.
Have you ever done it to a woman, Smooty?
Of course. That's how I met my wife Isla, who's I went up to her, and it was back during my day. You approached the lady at the bar, and you threw out your pitch, and she she was there with a friend, and her friend started laughing, and just out of I'll call it pack mentality, she started laughing too, and immediately turned away and went off. But just because it happens doesn't mean that it's going to be the end. So
Smoothie.
3 days later, I was able to find Isla alone, and went up and was able to talk to her, and we hit it off, and years later we got married.
I'm writing a heart and then 2 and then a heart in my notes with smoothie. Wow. Wow. Like hearing Smoothie talk about like his past, like kind of can't help but start smiling. Like, well, I don't know if I need to keep hitting on Mrs. Petersen or not, but I'm definitely
Hit on Miss Petersen.
enjoy getting to see a glimpse of Smoothie.
Well, so is this monologue, or is this something you're telling Smoothie?
Say it out loud. I
He's
say
like-
it too, Smoothie.
It's like, hitting on Mrs. Petersen. She's old. Why would you be hitting on her? There's plenty of girls your age.
I misread some signals, Smoothie. I misread them bad. I think my internal clock needs glasses.
Well, just if that's who you struck out with, then I don't think it's a big miss.
So I don't need to. She's not my Isla that I need to chase after.
I would hope not, sir.
Okay.
If she is, then well, it might be like mine, where you only get her for about 15 years before she passes, but
For a different reason.
for a different reason.
I start walking up the stairs and I put my hand on Smoothie's shoulder. Sorry about Isla, Smoothie.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's been years, and I still miss her, but I'm able to talk about it, and I still remember her fondly.
I would say that you could hit on Mrs. Petersen, but Ethan Burgess is over there hitting on her himself as we speak. So
well, that wouldn't surprise me it would surprise me if that's the only one who's over there hitting on her.
Smoothie, I gotta start listening when we have tea.
Well, that's what happens when you're around the historical society. The women there can be rather chatty.
Hey.
Huh? Smoothie,
Yes,
how
sir.
chatty do they get?
It depends. Different meetings definitely have different levels. Typically, it's all correlated to their wine consumption. But
Now, okay, I was fixing to go to my room, but I know how this is going to sound because I just hit on Mrs. Petersen. But do any of the other ladies in the Historical Preservation Society openly talk about hitting on younger men?
the others are much more discreet about it. But I do know that Vivian Hutchinson is, I guess, shops around in that area.
Okay.
But I mean, she's well, I guess a little bit younger than Miss Petersen, but I think probably still out of your probably preferred age range.
I promise this isn't for extracurricular activities. This is actually for a project that I'm working on with Tess and Mikey and JD.
Hey, well, I will trust you with that. And, I hope you behave as a Benson should.
How about I act like a gentleman?
Well, I think that's implied.
Well, never mind, Smoothie. Thank you for that. I'll not betray the confidence that you have instilled in me.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's some food downstairs for you if you're hungry. I'm going to head over to clean the West Wing. Please, if you need me, feel free to call. But if not, have your food and make sure to go to bed early so you're ready for school tomorrow, sir.
Will do, Smoothie.
Okay. He excuses himself and heads out.
I go get some food.
Okay. After a while, you hear the doorbell ring throughout the house, and you see Mr. Van Smoot kind of shuffle towards the door and opens it up, and we see Tess. Hello, Tess. It's a little late a little late for you. How can I help you?
I was just dropping in to check on Tate. He had a bit of a rough afternoon.
Oh, he seems fine after our conversation. Do you have anything you'd like to share with me about his afternoon that I can possibly use to help cheer him up?
I was we went to the library afterwards. I was just going to share with him a little bit about what we had talked about plans. We're working on a little bit of a project together. So I just wanted to let him know, give him a heads up about our plans.
Certainly. He opens the door and kind of gestures you up towards Tate's room. He's up there. Are you hungry? We have some extra dinner if you'd wish.
Oh, no, thank you. I think I hurt my dad's feelings if I didn't. He cooked today at lunch, and he's pretty big on waste not, want not. So
Very well.
I'll eat at home tonight.
Very well. Just remind Tate to not leave the dishes in his room. It's always disturbing finding them in the places that he leaves them. So it's not a fun game.
Yes, sir.
Teenagers.
Gestures you up the stairs.
I go up the stairs thinking about how Vince Moot was guarding Tate. Is there anything I can share with him? God, just let me talk to the guy. Anyway, so I go knock on his door.
Hello.
Hey, Tate, you got a minute?
Calm down, Remus. I go open the door. Hey, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing? You kind of left in a hurry.
Yeah. Didn't have a fun afternoon. It's not fun to be vulnerable and get shut down twice.
Hey, well, at least it's probably the only 2 times in your life. So there's that.
You're so funny. Are you going to be like Jerry Seinfeld? Are you going to do stand-up?
Sorry. Okay, so I was just trying to be nice or whatever, let you know that Mikey and JD are wanting to come over here tomorrow after school. Meet up. And they looked up Prospector stuff. And you know how the Prospector's first wife died?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, we looked at it in the book at the barbecue before we went over to the old lady's house. Anyways.
Oh, I thought I showed up right when you were reading. My bad.
It's okay. The Prospector's first wife disappeared and died, and she was a Native American. And then he showed up 2 months later with a new white wife.
Oh, that's super racist.
Yeah, it turns out that she, the Native American one, was part of the Historical Preservation Society. We found a picture of her in it.
Huh.
Shunned alone in the corner, but still in the society. So that might be a lead worth looking into or keeping an ear to the ground, so to speak.
I don't know how much more of this I'm going to participate in, but I will let you know that I also found out that Vivian Hutchison is also a lady in the Historical Preservation Society that likes the company of younger men. So if you and this Shaggy and Scooby want to chase down that lead, you're welcome to.
Everybody knows that if we're going to be that gang, we definitely need Fred, the leader. But
That makes me Shaggy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Mikey, Scooby.
But anyways, dude, I'm not saying that Mikey's dream is real or anything. I just thought it was interesting enough to share that they were wanting to come over. And I mean, also the racist and the Native American thing was kind of cool. But whatever. I was just giving you a heads up and
No,
trying to be at least a little bit nice to you by checking on you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Well, bye.
Yes,
Got really awkward there. Just kind of like leave.
Okay. You head out, and Van Sweet opens the door for you and wishes you a good night. Is there?
Good night, Mr. Van Smoot.
Good night, my dear. You head home. Is there anything anybody would like to do this evening before we end the day?
No, I figure it's a good time for a break, right?
Well, I'm definitely going to walk my dog.
Okay.
I'll walk my dog too.
All right.
My rat.
We will take a break. I'll go. So let's do it for 10 minutes. So then you grab a snack, and then we'll pick back up.
Cool.
All right, we're back from our break. We are starting our next day, Monday before Halloween. We'll start with the person who wakes up earliest, Mikey, getting up for his paper route.
I throw my clothes on, brush my teeth. I get my bag, and I jump on my bike, and I go to the Hillbrook Tribune.
Okay.
Pick up my papers.
You're able to ride over there. It's probably about 3 miles to get over there. They have their tubs set out front, or their satchels set out front for you for your paper, and you have your route. You see the guy kind of have you sign for your papers. He gives you puts the bag over your shoulder and says, "All right. If there's an issue, let me know, but you should have enough papers to finish your route."
Okay, I'll be back in a couple hours.
Okay. We see Mikey riding off into the darkness. As with most small towns, there's street lights kind of spotty throughout. As Mikey continues to ride by, we would like Mikey to roll me a grit, if you would please.
3.
Okay. You are riding along. You're going through. You just finished the first area, kind of the first subdivision where your papers are, and you're riding over to the next one. As you are doing this, you hear this pickup truck that is flying down the road. It's one of the 80s pickup trucks with no exhaust restrictions, making tons of noise driving down the road. You look over your shoulder and you see that they're driving much faster than they should. Their lights are on, so you hope that they see you, but they're driving kind of erratic.
Ooh, sorry.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I kind of pick up the pace a little bit and start moving off to the side of the road. I'm on the sidewalk now.
Okay. You move on to the sidewalk, and the truck continues to speed up. As you kind of keep looking over your shoulder, you see it kind of drifts your direction, and then drifts back over, and it continues to pick up speed. As it gets close to you, you see somebody emerge out of the passenger side window. Because it's dark, you can't really tell who it is. But you see them kind of start, kind of like sitting on the door, looking over towards you. And go ahead and make me a flight check.
3.
As you are riding, you feel a object hit you in the side, and it hits you with enough force to kind of knock you off your bike onto the sidewalk. As you look down, you see that there's a beer can that they threw at you. You hear the as the truck drive off, you hear the person on the passenger side kind of hooting, said, "I got him!" And they kind of keep driving down the road and then turn around a corner.
Like a full beard? Like a full beard?
Yep.
Ouch.
You as you kind of check, you see it's kind of already starting to bruise. Go ahead and make a grit roll for me to see how well you can do to finish your route.
4.
4? Okay. You're able to keep going and finish your route, but you're feeling it. You're feeling it in your ribs. As you get near the end of your route, you're able to finish your route as you get home, and then you get home to kind of get showered and get ready before heading to school. As you're kind of heading back inside, you see your dad heading. Oh, just kidding. Wrong person. You see your mom's there. She's already getting her uniform on. And she's like, "Oh, hey, Mikey, you all done with your route?"
Yeah, Ma, I just finished up. I'm about to take a shower and go to school.
All right. Well, I have to work at the diner. I have a double today, so I'm not going to be here till way late. But if you need anything, come by the diner and we'll get you some food in case you can't find anything here. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Mm-hmm. Love you too. And she kind of, we'll see. Go ahead and roll a flight roll.
6.
So are you going to try to hide your bruise or your injury from her, or
now, because I don't want her to worry about it. I know she's got a real busy day, and the last thing I want to do is distract her with that.
Okay, that's what I figured. As you kind of make it down the hallway, you see she's kind of focused on getting ready and getting ready to head to the diner, that she doesn't notice you're kind of favoring your side.
Okay. I get in the shower and I take my shirt off and I look at it and see how it's looking.
Okay. You can see it's kind of starting to turn yellow. I don't get bruises very often, or it's starting to darken, or I guess it turns yellow before it turns dark, right?
It turns dark. No, yellow is part of the healing process,
okay,
because that's what happens whenever blood breaks down.
Okay. So you see it starting to darken up on your ribs where you got hit. It's not a nice clean mark. It kind of hit you with the end of the can versus the side of it. But you're able to kind of check it out. You find some treat, or really just ice for it to kind of help it out before you head into school for the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna take some Advil from Mom's medicine cabinet so I can kind of keep the swelling down. And
Okay.
I'm gonna get dressed and go to school.
All right. As that's going on, we'll jump over to the Daytona house. What is JD's morning routine?
Morning. Well, Dad left early. Mom has definitely left before me. I'm the only one home because she's off to school, and high school starts before junior high or middle school. So I'm probably up. Probably had some. I probably had some blueberry. It's that time of year. Had some blueberry. I probably go wander, rummage. I'm gonna go wander around in Mom's office and rummage around and grab some, maybe find some change or a little change. Grab a couple dollars or something. Dig around in the house like I usually do when they're all gone because I'm usually up to no good.
All right. As you're doing this, eating your cereal, you hear, with your dad being the forest ranger, he has one of the not radio stations, but one of the radio transistors on his desk.
Yeah.
You hear it going off, and it's like, Jefferson, are you there? Jefferson, come in.
So I guess maybe I'll approach and I'm gonna try to pretend to be him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a charm check.
It had to be that
let's
one,
see
didn't
it.
it? There's nothing else I could use.
Charm.
You obviously didn't use brain, so yeah, it's charm.
Oh man, what's my?
It'll be. We'll say a 4. We'll say you sound
It's a D4.
similar to your dad.
I got a 3.
All right. Do you want to use a token?
I don't have any.
All right.
So I will now.
Okay, I'll take your token. As you answer, you hit the button and you're still like crunching your cereal, and you're like, "This is Jefferson," and it's like, "Mikey, where's your dad?"
Mikey.
Or not Mikey. JD, where's your dad?
Jackie. Or he probably just calls me JD.
He probably, yeah.
I was just messing around. He's already in his truck. He's already off to work.
All right. Well, if he comes back home, let him know I'm looking for him.
Who?
This Steve.
Steve who?
Get to school. And
Steve, get to school. Have we met?
And the radio goes silent.
Steve, get to school. Are you there? Over.
No response.
Steve called.
Okay. After that, we see JD finish up and start heading to school.
Yep, I scrounge up the random things that I grabbed around my house through rummaging through my parents' stuff and packed up my backpack. I don't bring Ozzy to school. It's not a good plan. I'm gonna keep him home. But I do got my bag with all my stuff and got my Walkman on, go outside and hop on the bike. And usually that's about the time that Mikey shows up to ride to school together.
Okay. You head out and get on the bike, and you see Mikey riding towards you down the street. You see in the background, you see the Tate the Carver estate and the White House estate, or the Whitestone house. All their lights are off as everybody has left for school or for their jobs. All right. if there's nothing that you guys want to talk about, we'll jump to school. We'll jump.
We'll just jump to school. I'm not gonna role play it out, but I kind of tell him about the asshole in the truck that threw the beer at me.
Yeah.
You don't know who it was. You can't describe the vehicle. Like if we gotta go egg a car, man, let's egg a car.
It was an old banger truck. I think it was maybe a gold color. I couldn't really see it.
Could you pick it out if you saw it again?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Keep an eye out. Let me know, because if we got to egg a car, we're going to egg a car.
Okay. You guys head to school. The day goes through. You get to second period. Mikey, we get to second period with Mikey, and this is where you have your social studies class. Well, actually, you're probably both in there because it's a small school. And you have Mrs. Lawrence as the teacher.
Okay. I'm going to wait until after class before I say anything to her about it.
Okay. Class goes by, and after the bell rings, you see everybody else get up and leave to start heading to the hallway to head to the next class. As you sit there, Miss Lawrence is kind of organizing the papers that she has, and you see her reaching over, put them in the drawer. And then
I'm going to wait outside the door for him.
If you have a second, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Sure. Come on up, Mikey.
All right, so I walked up to the desk, and me and some of my friends, we've kind of been doing I wouldn't want to call it extracurricular. We're just kind of doing some research outside of class because we want to know more about the town. Mm-hmm. And we've been doing some research on Chester Copperpot and his family, the founder of Hillbrook. And okay. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I don't really know many people in town that might have some inside knowledge on this. But do you know anything about a Cheyenne woman named Ubequa Copperpot?
She, from what I remember from the book, she was his Chester Copperpot's first wife. She helped him navigate through the hills, found different caves, found the mine, kind of helped to start develop and find the town.
Yeah, that's what we found in the library, but I just didn't know if maybe you knew anything. Do you know anything about her outside of that? Like maybe that, people that might talk about it on the reservation, or, did she have any other stories beyond that?
None that I've really heard. Unfortunately, with society at that time, a lot of times when somebody would cross between cultures, they would not really be favored by either side. I know she was Cheyenne, and she was part of the tribe before she married Chester Copperpot. I don't know if the tribe has many stories about her. Was there particular things that you were trying to find out about her?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to find out more about her because we're just doing this research paper, and I was just trying to find out as much as I could about her. Maybe something that wasn't in the library. Insider knowledge.
I don't. I can. I know at my house I have a book that talks about the founding of the town. I can try to bring that in for you tomorrow if you think that would be helpful.
That'd be very helpful, Miss Lawrence. I appreciate your help.
Okay. And then if that doesn't help, if you still really want to look into Ubequa, I do know an elder at the reservation who we can try to get you in touch with.
Yes, that I would be very interested in that.
Okay. Well, I'll bring the book for you tomorrow, and if that's not good enough, let me know, and we'll get you in, get you set up.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
All right, no problem. Mikey heads outside with JD waiting.
What's up, man? What'd you find out?
All right, so I didn't find out too much from this conversation, but she says she has a book at home that might have some more information on it, and she knows a Cheyenne elder that lives on the reservation. I'm tempted to just tell her the book's not good enough no matter what it says, because I really want to talk to that guy.
Do you got his name?
I don't. All I know it was. I mean, we've got an in with Mrs. Lawrence. I don't need to know his name. She can connect us to it.
But the problem, I feel like we need to do that today, because what was your vision? The Hallow's Eve. If tomorrow's Halloween, that's today. Hallow's Eve, right?
You still have 4 more days before
So
Halloween.
4 more days?
Halloween's
Okay.
on Saturday.
Okay, so I guess that's all right. We got an end to do that.
Okay,
Well,
it's something. I know it's not much, but
something. Yeah,
you know,
the elder. I was kind of saying that maybe we could find somebody older. They might have the information.
right. I think that's exactly what we need to look for. I don't want to push my luck too hard and blow our chance before we get a chance to talk to him, but I think we could learn something really important there.
Well, let's head over to Tate's and meet up after school, and then let them know, and maybe he could drive us out there tomorrow after school,
Okay.
because it's not too close.
Well,
Okay.
we're probably gonna need Mrs. Lawrence to help facilitate this too.
Well, she could meet us there, maybe. We
Maybe.
want to bring the whole crew, right?
Yeah, she's gonna bring me the book tomorrow. We'll look it over, and then if there's nothing useful in there, well, you know, whether or not there is anything useful there, I'm gonna tell her that I want to speak to the elder.
Cool. Sounds good, man. That's good work, man. High five.
All right. So we're doing school.
Okay, you continue your day at school. As you guys are going through over the PA system, you hear the principal, Mr. Kirkham. Would the following students please report to the principal's office? Russell Banter, Joseph Hayes, and Roger Rowland. Please come down to the principal's office. These are the names of the 3.
That's them devil boys.
From Loki's Luminaries.
Hey, JD, did you hear that?
What? Huh?
Did you hear the announcement just now?
No, I had my headphones on. I was listening to my tape. What happened?
Those 3 buttholes from the car wash all just got called to the principal's office.
Yeah.
You want to see if we can listen in and see why they're getting called down there?
Yeah, why not? What are we doing right now? Are we in class, or are we at
School's about to end, but
You're currently in class. It's right before lunch.
All right. So how do we get there if we're sitting in class right now?
I'll go to the bathroom and then you wait 10 minutes and then you go.
Okay, let's try something like that.
Okay. You ask the teacher, and she excuses the first one. And after a couple of minutes go by, JD, you ask to be excused, and she's like, only one can be out at a time. You need to wait for...
No. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I shouldn't have had those chimichangas for lunch. Oh, no. I gotta go right now. You want to clean up this mess? Oh, man. I'm pacing back and forth. Oh, man. I got it.
Go ahead and make
chimichanga. I gotta go.
Go ahead and make a charm check.
It's an explosion of a 4.
Oh, it's an explosion, all right.
5. That's a 5 total.
Okay. It's like, fine, hurry up and get back.
Okay. Sorry. And I run out the door and just start to walk down the hallway. Right. That's perfect. Okay, I'm going to go find Mikey.
Okay.
I'm waiting at the principal's office, like outside.
Okay, I'm going to creep up.
Okay.
Mikey.
You're at the principal's office, or at the main office. You see the principal's office inside. It has the large glass windows, kind of making the outside wall. You see the receptionist there at the desk, and then over to the right of the receptionist desk is the vice principal and principal's office. Well, actually, it'd just be a principal because it's a small school. You see in the principal's office, the blinds are mostly closed, but from the spot where you're at, you're not able to see through them.
Can we hear anything?
Mikey. So I'm going to go talk to the receptionist. You go over to there and see if you can hear through the door or see, or because I don't know if we move towards the door if she's going to stop us or not. But
Okay.
so I want to go
I'll wait for my
to
moment.
the desk, opposite side of the desk, as far as I possibly can be from that door.
Okay.
And I looked down at her name. Who's the lady?
Paisley Watt,
So Miss Paisley or
Miss Watt.
And I'm gonna go up to the desk. Miss Watts, how's your day going?
I'm good. JD, what brings you to the office? You weren't one of the 3 that were just called, were you?
I
And
thought
she kind
I
of like
was.
starts looking for the paper.
Usually I am. Maybe I'm the good guy today.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm trying to. I'm like low walking, like crouched down, and I'm like walking under the desk so she can't see me on the other side of the desk.
Hey,
Okay. Go ahead and make a flight roll, because you have your person distracting you. It'll make it easier for you. So it'll just be a 5.
So that's 14.
Okay.
nice.
You are able to sneak over to the desk or to the principal's office. You get to a spot where you can see inside the blinds. You see the 3 boys are sitting there. Behind the desk, you see Mr. Kirkham, and you see an older lady standing to the side of him. I don't think you guys have ever seen Mrs. Petersen, but from probably how Tate described you, nope. From how Tate described Miss Petersen, you'd be able to tell that it's her.
Wait, Miss Petersen, the Cougar lady?
Yeah,
I spilled water on her. I obviously saw her.
Oh, okay.
And everybody else did too. So we do know what she looks like.
Yeah.
So she's in there, huh?
Okay. Yep.
I don't know.
Can I hear anything, or did I just see him in there?
You see him in there. Go ahead and make a brains roll.
Just cup your ear, to the wall.
Yeah, so what I was going to do is I was going to get out one of my comics and roll it up in a tube and put it against
Nice.
to make a cup.
Okay. A difficulty would be 7.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. So you roll up your comic book and place it against the window. Hold on. I lost my tab. You hear them talking. Miss Petersen isn't doing any of the talking. She's just standing there. But you see you hear Mr. Kirkham. So with your church, we heard you went on a exploration probably about a month and a half ago, and one of the tourists with you didn't return. Where exactly did this happen at? And you see the boys kind of like all like dart and look at each other. And let's see. You see Russell. He's like, well, we were with our group and we had some tourists that were prospective members of the church or of the luminaries, and we took them on a hike to go see the mines. We had four people with us, and our leader took a different path than normal. We ended up on the east side of the mountain, and there's this cave that we hadn't seen before. It had a stream running down it, and inside of it, it sounds like running water. We stepped inside of it, and there was this loud roar, growl, and we all darted. We started running through the woods, and we got a distance from there. And when we looked back, one of the tourists was gone.
Oh my gosh! Out of character. Sorry. Holy crap! Continue.
The principal or Mr. Kirk was like, "What do you mean gone?" It's like, well, we looked back and we figured like she took a different trail, and I all got scared and just ran away. We were able to get back to town. It took a lot longer, and by the time we got back, it was dark. But we put the tourists, or we took the two tourists that were still there back, and they never reached back out to us. We assumed that they found their person, but that's all we know. And Mr. Kirkham's like, the person was never found. It was never reported that she was missing. I only heard of this through word of mouth. Who was the explorer or the lead for your mission or your trip? And you see all three of them kind of look at each other and kind of give that should we tell look. And then you see Roger blurt out,
Johan.
It was, hold on. It was Jaden Doyle. He was leading the troop that day. And you see Mr. Kirkham kind of look up to Mrs. Petersen, and you see her kind of give like an approving nod. He's like, all right, well, kids, we're going to have to report this to the sheriffs. They're going to want to look into this, so they're probably going to question you or reach out to your parents later today to see if they have any more questions about this. Please don't tell anyone else about this, as it'll be an investigation. But this is something that you should have mentioned previously, at least to your parents, if not to the deputy or the sheriff.
Okay, I'm gonna creep out there before they come out of the office so I don't get busted.
Okay. Hold on, let me write down this name. Okay. You head out.
Mikey, what'd you find out?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Tate's man. This is a bomb.
Ooh,
I've got
you got good stuff, eh?
Yeah.
How old is Jaden Doyle?
He's old enough where you don't really know about him.
So he's an older fellow.
I didn't see anybody else in my notes with the last name Doyle. I was trying to check, so I don't know either. Any character. Let's get on these bikes and let's make boogie. Let's get to our meeting and tell the guys, the group, what you figured out.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. As the day goes, as you get to your last class, you see that those three are not in there when they normally are. So they were excused for the day. And your class ends. Over at first the high school class. The high school would get out.
Real quick, who was those three, and which one did I fight?
Let's see. You.
Or kind of fought. I busted his nose up.
Yeah. Hold on. I have too many tabs.
Joseph Hayes, Roger Rowland, and Russell Banter.
Yep.
And
I missed all that.
I think Russell Banter, you said, was the youngest one that was JD's age.
Russell Banter, Joseph Hayes, and Roger Rowland. And I do not remember offhand which one you fought, so we'll say it was Joseph.
Well, we could always look back
Yep.
to figure that out.
Yep.
Whichever one has a bruised up bridge of the nose.
Okay. We'll jump to the two who have not gone yet for today. High school gets out, and you guys are free to go. Is there anything you want to do before the middle school gets out?
Not really. Just on my way out, like I'm close enough to Tate where if he wanted to say something, he could. But most of the day, pretty much any encounters we had, even though we have different classes, so lunch or breaks or anything, he's pretty much just ignored me, which has made me feel kind of awkward. So I don't really have much to say to him right now.
Okay, so the awkwardness continues. Okay, school gets out. You guys are free to go. I'm assuming you both just head home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys head home. You agreed. Tate, your mom is there now. And Tess, when you get home, trying to remember your mom. She didn't work, right?
She does.
Okay. She's a scientist. Okay. Yep. You get home and your house is empty. Tess, your house is empty except for Mars. And when you get home, Tate, your mother, Deidre, is there.
Oh, okay. Is she like waiting on me when I get home, or is she like?
No, she's in the house. She's off doing things. You see her kind of like reading a magazine. Has the soap opera on.
Well, hello,
General
mother
Hospital.
dear.
Oh, Tate, it's good to see you. I've missed you all weekend. What have you been up to?
Oh, you haven't missed me. You've been off gallivanting, you socialite Susie, you.
Well, I have to keep busy. But what have you been up to?
Well, I have taken an interest in some of the local children. We've formed somewhat of an after-school club.
Do I know these children?
The Townsend boy, the Whitestone girl, and the Daytona boy.
The two sound familiar. They're the people behind us, right?
Yes.
The other one's Townsend.
His mom
this
comes
is
and
Townsend.
caters for you all when you meet with your lady friends.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
We
Sarah?
went
Sarah?
to go visit with, yes, that's her.
Sarah.
Look at you remembering the help's name.
I tried. Normally, Mr. Van Smoot handles them, but she's helped often enough that I can remember her name.
We are actually doing research into our family, supposedly. You've never quite given me a definitive answer. We're looking into the Prospector and his family, specifically his first wife. What do you know about Abekwa?
Bekwa, I thought. Oh,
Abekwa Cobblepot.
the Indian girl.
Yes, the brown-skinned girl that our grandfather was married to first.
We preferred the second one. Dolores. She was a much better fit for him.
Most races do. I mean, no, but she was part of the Historical Preservation Society, was she not?
She was, but I think it was kind of you're with Chester Copperpot, the founder of the town, so we should include you. Versus active. There's not many great records of the original meetings or the meetings for really quite a while, but I understand she was in it.
The books say that she just disappeared, but you got to know something.
I mean, the rumors.
Oh, mother, come on! If this town was a person, you'd have your nose so far up their butt that you would be able to smell what they had for breakfast.
But I don't put my nose up corpses' butts, dear. I'm more interested in the living people.
That's right, because you can get their money. Well, what about Dolores then? What do you know about her?
She
the better fit, as you referred to her a while ago.
She married Chester when they were, I guess, older than most would be at the time, or at the time back then. But she gave him 2 kids, Grace and Alan, and she was part of the society. Again, like I said, we don't have very good notes of what they actually did back then. But everything I've read about her, she seems to have been a wonderful woman.
So let me get this straight, Mother, and I mean this with the utmost respect.
Certainly.
But you, the leader of the Historical Preservation Society, cannot tell me more about our family's history other than what I can read in the local library.
What part are you interested in?
I want to know what happened to Abekwa, and I want to know if there are any descendants of her still living today, because I know that she also had a child that went missing.
Well, I know those are rumors. Did you read the book in the library? A Hill to Hillbrook?
Tess, the Whitestone girl, she actually read it and told us about it. And then the 3 of them went to the library to find out more information.
It says that there was rumors, but I mean, if he really killed his wife, then I mean, he would have been charged, and there would have been a big scandal. So
really, the leader of the town wouldn't have been able to get away with murdering his Indian wife?
It's a town. It's a civilized place. Why do you think murder is okay back then if it's not okay now?
I don't necessarily think that he murdered her, but I do think that there's more to the story than what anyone is willing to speak about.
Well, I'm sure whoever has more information of this story is probably in the grave at this point.
Well, I thank you for trying to enlighten me, Mother. One more thing, though.
Sure.
I also heard from a reliable source that you aren't actually supposed to be the leader of the Preservation Society, and that I'm supposed to be in line to take over after you.
Yes. You are, after you finish college, then you are in line to take over for it. So once you complete that, then I will explain what we do and explain the process and enlighten you on what your responsibilities will be. Speaking of that, our name does bring much sway. And when you go around and tell museums that we're going to give them money to move their statue so naked people don't climb on it, then it kind of becomes an expectation for us to give them the money.
I was just trying to improve our family's name and, do something nice for the community since it is our family statue.
These would be good things to discuss with me before making promises to others.
Well, Mother, I see you twice out of the month. I'll pencil that in for our next family meeting.
Very well. But remember, our name holds a lot, and promises are kept. So, and why was there a naked boy on the statue when you were down there?
I have no idea. That's why I wanted to ease the nerves of the woman who was. I have no idea. That's why I was trying to ease the shop owner's mind. I put her mind at ease.
Mrs. Powers was with me when we were told of this lewd behavior, and she was trying to reach out to the sheriff to ask for charges to be pressed on this hooligan disrespecting the statue, nude, being indecent in public.
I agree. It's appalling. I hear that we all got Daytona'd that day.
Yeah, you did.
Daytona'd?
That's just a phrase that the naked Indian boy said.
Not one I'm familiar with. Well,
I would love to start learning more about what the responsibilities of the Preservation Society would be, if I may be permitted. Maybe I could sit in on the next meeting.
Well, keep up your grades, finish school quickly, and the sooner you're done with college, the sooner the responsibilities will be yours.
So that's a no.
Yes, son.
Yes, I can.
Yes, that is a no.
No, that's a yes?
We have processes. You will understand it later.
Okay. One last thing before my friends get here. When will Dad be home?
He should be home Thursday. He wants to be back before Halloween.
Make sure that you get all the... Oh, never mind. I said all that in character, and I stopped myself before I said something rude.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll be in the study.
All right. Well, enjoy your day. If you do decide to use our name again, please let me know ahead of time.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to buy a boat later today. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
And she goes back to her magazine. Shortly after, I'm assuming, is Tess waiting for JD and Mikey before heading over?
Yeah.
Okay. JD and Mikey ride home from school. You
Going straight to Tate's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You ride up.
I see them right up, and so I just kind of
You probably Tess. I
make
imagine
my way
Tess
over
might
to
be
the back.
there.
Oh, Tess was waiting for you guys to get there because after the awkward conversation last night with Tate. So
You want to be alone with that weirdo? I get you.
so as the two boys ride down the street, we see Tess come out and hop on her bike and ride around to the front and join them as they all head up the stairs and ring the doorbell. Mr. Van Smoot opens the door and ushers you in. Tate's in his room upstairs, the second door on the right.
Thought he said he was waiting in the study.
Oh, you were in the study? Okay.
Yes.
Then just kidding. He's in the study. This way.
Nice one, Smoothie.
He leads you to the study. As you walk by, you see Deidre on the couch, reading a magazine with the soap operas playing, and she has a glass of wine in front of her. You guys get to the study, and Mr. Van Smoot opens the doors and says, please, by all means. He awaits.
Thank you,
Nice.
Mr. Baker.
After you step through, he closes the doors most of the way. He's like, would you care for any refreshments during your meeting?
We're okay.
Very well.
Thanks, buddy.
He shuts the door.
I spin around in front of the fireplace that I have lit going, and as I spin around, I say, "There's been a case of," and I turn, "murder."
All right, guys, you won't believe what I found out at the school today. So, back when we were at the arcade, JD and I went behind the arcade, and we ran into some kids that were part of the Lumineers group. You know who they are, right?
The Loki Lumineers.
Yeah. So we kind of scraped noses with these guys while we were back there. But anyway, when we were getting ready to leave school today, oh, by the way, the teacher was kind of a dead end. I didn't find out much there, but I'll get to that in a minute. Whenever we were getting ready to leave school, they all got called into the principal's office. So JD and I went down there and kind of did some recon work. And Miss Petersen was in there with them. And I got close to the door, and I was able to hear the principal talking to him. And apparently they went on a little exploration trip about a month and a half ago, and someone from the group didn't come back, and they didn't report it to anybody. And they said that they took a hike to the mines, and some guy named Jaden Doyle was leading the hike there, and he took a different path than he usually does, and it went to this cave with the stream. And when they got to the cave, they heard a loud roar. And they got scared and left. The tourist, the person that was with them went missing. And, after it all came out, Miss Petersen kind of nodded her head. And the principal said that he was going to report it to the authorities and they were going to investigate it. And all three of them were gone for the rest of the day. And when I talked to Mrs. Lawrence, the Cheyenne social studies teacher, she acted like she really didn't know a whole lot about Ubequa. She said she was kind of like a Sacagawea type, for our town. She helped find things around the area to help Chester and kind of help, him settle here safely. She did say that she had a book that she's going to bring tomorrow, but she also knows a Cheyenne elder that I can probably get a meeting with if we want to go down that route.
So, yesterday wasn't enough of a field trip. You want to keep doing this?
There's just too many points lining up here. I know you had a bad day yesterday, but why would Miss Petersen be at the middle school? About 3 kids in an exploration in the woods. And you heard what they said about the roar. What else roars?
Cougars.
I mean, any other time I'd be the first one to be skeptical and say that this is just a coincidence, but too much.
But you're a geek.
Okay.
I'm a
So,
It makes sense for you to latch. What am I trying to say? Oh,
why
Mikey.
was she there? Come to think of it.
Listen, guys, she's a socialite. She's a prominent member of the town. She probably just wants to make sure that
shows up
everything
to
looks
the
good.
school.
like
She
doing it
don't
in
work
middle
there.
school in the middle of the day.
What were you guys doing in the principal's office?
I told you we were doing it. We heard they were going down there. I wanted to see those a-holes get their just desserts.
Yeah, that
And
too.
then someone all this.
So how does this
What
tie
did
into?
she say? Mikey, was she asking questions to the kids?
No, she just stood in the back, like she was monitoring the whole conversation. And
Like
whenever
she wasn't wanting to get busted. Maybe.
I'm not really sure. I don't know if she was trying to cover something up or if she was corroborating a story. But whenever the principal asked them about who the leader of the group was, and they said Jaden Doyle, she nodded.
So we went to this lady's house yesterday and didn't find anything.
No,
Not
we
not
went
just
to
me.
the house and you didn't find anything.
And JD was there as well. JD went up there. No water spilt on her. Nothing like that.
I spilled water on her. It didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing happened. She touched the mirror. I mean, we ran her through the test. We went through the ringers, and
There's got to
Okay,
be
so
something else we
maybe-
don't know
and
about.
that, but like we're
What was in the cave? What was in the cave?
so well. It's a mountain, JD. There's mountain lions. There's bears. There's all kinds of things that could have roared. There are logical explanations for this.
Why would she have a stake in this at all? Why would she care?
Well, the alternative is that she's a flesh-eating monster and that she is in cahoots with the principal of the middle school and that they're somehow behind it covering the whole thing up.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if a flesh-eating monster had some dirt, you'd probably do what it wanted, right?
Why didn't she just eat it, everybody?
I don't know. We're still figuring everything out. But all I know is that a socialite isn't going to take time of her day to sit in on a session with the principal and 3 members of the Lumineers because she's bored that afternoon.
Well, rich people do weird things all the time, Mikey. I'm going to buy a boat later today just to piss off my mom.
Okay, well, maybe you do things without purpose.
A test, like
there's got to be
Yes.
something here. We got to
Come on,
find out who
Tess.
this Doyle guy is and what happened that day.
He's the
Because-
one is he the one that's missing or no?
No, he's not the one missing.
So I hate to bring us to this point because morbid curiosity and just my in puzzle solving interest has brought me this far. But why do we genuinely care?
Because someone's going to get hurt.
Well, obviously Tate doesn't give a crap if it's him, so
why?
He's the prospector.
So I'm
and he's
the
doomed.
jerk that doesn't care because I don't want to spend my Monday afternoon witch hunting after yesterday went so well.
I
Man,
didn't call you.
gotta pick yourself up
jerk,
and dust
and
yourself
I
off,
didn't
man.
say that.
Wait, what? I didn't understand what either of you just said.
Go ahead.
You can talk, Mikey. It's fine.
I was just saying you've got to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, man. I don't know a lot about girls. You're right, but
Mikey, this isn't about being rejected by the lady yesterday, although that wasn't fun. It was we followed a thread and the thread ended up nowhere, and like there's just
no, the thread ended up back at the school. Now we have to pick the thread up and keep following it because we're not done yet.
Right, I'm with Mikey there. I don't get why she was there. She don't work there. That was out of place. I'm a dummy, but even I know that was weird.
well, okay. So, Tess, what do you want to do?
Why are you?
Come on, Smarty Pants. You know you got something.
Because I feel like I'm the only person that's trying to think logically about this, and I just want to see how the rest of the group feels.
Look, all I'm saying is, yeah, the boys are right. It's weird she was there, but it's kind of like up to you because this whole fascination seems to revolve around you and then worrying about you getting killed and stuff.
Even if it's not Tate, we can't
I mean-
let it happen again.
Well, what if it's either Tate, Johan, or Tate's dad?
But what are we not letting happen again? Some kid going missing?
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
nothing
know.
saying that these people were
God.
killed or hurt.
Guys,
They're
you
just
didn't see what I saw. You don't understand. I'm telling you, this is serious. This isn't
we
something I
all
just made up
hallucinate
so
movies.
we can have something to do after school every day. This is a big deal.
What do you guys want to do? I'm confused. Should we stalk the lady? Should we go find the cave? Because if we go find the cave and we bring possibly Tate the prospector right where it wants him, then what? Or
Okay,
if it's not Tate, then I don't know. We all get eaten?
That's my thing. Like, I think we need to find the cave, but we need to prepare before we go. We don't even know what we're facing.
Okay, Mikey. Okay. Let's go check out the cave. Let's go get some stuff. Let's go monster hunting. But promise me, if we don't find anything, then our collective part in this is done.
No, I'm not saying I think we should go to the cave
Are you
first.
trying to break
No,
up the group here? Don't break up the band.
I don't want to.
Just because you got shot down,
Oh,
don't
my
break up the
goodness
band.
gracious. I'm not out of character. I don't want to break up the party at all. In character. It's not, oh my, you guys, it's not just, let's go check out the cave.
Let's go check out the cave.
That's gonna happen. No, guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna check out the cave, but we've got to find out what we're dealing with first. We still have people we need to talk to. The last thing we need to do is rush into this cave empty-handed and find something there that we're not ready to handle.
So what should we
Well,
do?
at least then we'll know there's actually something to prepare for. Because at this point, like just stalking old ladies didn't do us any good. So
Guys,
Agreed.
Someone
we
has
need,
already
like,
done this.
concrete proof that something's going on. Okay.
Guys, someone has already done this. 4 people walked in the cave last time. They weren't ready for it. 3 people walked out.
Yeah, but it sounds like somebody was leading them there, right? So as long as we just go by ourselves, theoretically, nobody will be waiting for us. Or we'll catch to whatever it is in the act.
Or Tate, the leader, will not come back.
That's not a chance I'm going to take. Is that something you want to risk? Do you want to risk yourself or any of us? We've got to prepare here. We can't just walk in empty-handed and expect that the answers to just fall in our lap.
I got an
How
idea.
would you like want us to prepare? That's the thing.
Yeah,
what do you want from us?
What's preparing, Mikey?
Well, but let's just sit down and talk about it. So we know the Luminaires
Let's bring them with us.
Russell, Joseph, and Roger all went to the cave.
Let's
And
go
we've got
talk to
this-
those guys and bring them with us.
We've got this Jaden guy that they talked about. I don't know who that is, but maybe they can tell us more.
So why? Okay, well, why don't you guys go look into Jaden, and why don't Tess and I go and ask the other 3 kids, because you guys got in a fight with them last time. So I doubt that they'll want to talk to you.
Well, we're going to need them to get to Jaden because we don't know who Jaden is.
Right.
Okay.
Why don't we try to see if we could get them to come with us somehow?
I mean, sure we can. I'm sure we could smooth this over. We had a bad run in with them, but we don't have serious beef with these guys. We just got in a little backyard.
He swung first, anyways. Remember, all I did is throw
Right.
wadded a piece of paper.
All
At
we
him.
do is throw a piece of paper at this guy. If they were seriously holding a grudge over that, then fuck the Luminaires.
Like, let's bring them. We'll see if we can't get them to come with us, because also we could use them as human shields.
Sure.
Operation.
Wait,
Human
so we're trying to make sure that we rescue, make sure that nobody else dies, but we'll use these kids as human shields.
No, we just need them to.
I
find
never
out
said
what-
I was worried about it. I was gonna save you if you were gonna die, but I don't know about these 3.
God, I mean, we're gonna need Jaden to find the cave anyway. None of us know where this place is. They've all been there. We're gonna need to talk to them.
Jaden Doyle, is that who they said led them there?
Hey, guys.
And they didn't know
Who's
anything about
Jaden
this
Doyle?
cave.
Because
Hey,
he better not
guys.
be called JD, because that's my name.
Hey, how about this? They said the cops were going to be looking into it.
the kids aren't anywhere to be seen. You ever think that maybe because the cops had the kids bring them up there, like they could be up at that cave right now and there's a whole bunch of people up there. Like, are you considering that there's a world outside of us right now?
Oh, I got something. This morning, some guy named Steve was looking for my dad. Who's Steve? Do you guys know who Steve might be? Maybe he has
Probably
something to do with that. They work with the forest, I assume. Oh,
Uh,
maybe my
did he
dad
come to
knows
your
something
house or
about
something?
that. The
I
forest
was
is
in-
where the cave is.
Did he show up to your house looking for your dad?
No, he was talking on his CB radio.
Then he's
Looking for
probably
my
from-
dad. Somebody named
he's
Steve. He
probably
kind of
from
sounded
Portland.
like he had important
worked with
information,
him.
but he wouldn't tell me anything. But my dad's probably already up there. So, my
You're saying you
dad
don't
might
know
be
who
at the
worked with
cave
him?
with the cops right now.
Guys, there's so many cold cases in this town right now. We don't have time to wait on the cops to fix this problem. This is something we
We're
got to
not,
do
talking
ourselves.
about, we're not talking about letting the cops fix the problem. We're saying it's probably easy to find the cave right now. Because if they're investigating it, it's probably up there, which means it's not going to be very hard to find. Go.
I doubt the cops are there right now. They're just now finding out about the missing person. They've got to
Hey.
talk to everybody and get all the reports.
Yeah,
Hey,
so where
Tate.
do you go to look for a missing person? The last place they were seen.
So what's your plan? Just roam the woods until we see flashing lights and walk that direction?
Hey, Tate,
Yeah.
you guys got a lot of money, right? Do you guys have a police scanner?
Yeah.
Let's listen to it. What if we could hear something?
Sorry, I
Probably.
didn't think that serious.
Great idea.
Maybe we could hear Steve talking, or my dad, or whoever. If there's something going down, don't you think they'd be talking on there?
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Where's your
I
police
go
scanner at?
to where our police scanner is, DM.
Okay. Well, as you open the door, you see your sister Skyla standing right on the other side. With a big smirk on her face, saying, "Monster hunting? Well, this sounds nice." And that's where we'll end.
Oh man.